You're listening to Up the Turnpike with hosts Mitch Andersonn and Matt O'Leary.
Hello and welcome to Up the Turnpike, a post-game show after an Islanders win. Haven't done that in a while, Mitch. What's going on, buddy?
I feel horrible. I couldn't think of the right word to spit out. I was telling you, I hurt my shoulder eating a goddamn sandwich. This is 40, everyone.
I'm sorry to laugh. That's just a hilarious sentence.
I don't know how I did it. I was just eating and I was standing there, and then all of a sudden, just pain. And I got up and I tried to stretch and roll it out. It didn't work. I was putting laundry away, and my wife was like, "Are you gonna be all right there?" Because just trying to put a load in. It was awful. So that's how I'm feeling. Thankfully, the Islanders won to make me feel better. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was happy that it's an early Saturday game, because now I feel like we'll finish this and we have the rest of the night after, to do whatever we please, which will probably be watch a Christmas movie that the fiance picks out, but it's quite okay. I'll enjoy it. And I enjoyed a nice Islanders win, although a little bit of a frustrating start to this game, Mitch, in this one. First period, the Islanders, stop me if you heard this one before, they took a penalty and they immediately got scored on. Andrei Svechnikov, his 10th of the year. Honestly, I don't want to take anything away from the goal, but kind of a lucky deflection too.
Yeah, already bad change, right? Bad change lets them in. And then,
often Noah Dobson and in the net.
Yeah, so stupid. Like we just can't seem to kill a goddamn penalty save our life. Obviously, it's not entirely true. I'm being dramatic here, but we need a little bit more accountability here. A bad change, and then just Noah Dobson's doing what he's supposed to do, but they get a bad bounce, or we get a bad bounce. They get a fortuitous one, and it's in like for free. We're not good enough. We're not supposed to be good enough where we can come back from those mistakes. But
no, and that's the thing too. Like, it's easy to say, well, don't take the penalty, and more on that later in this episode, because there's some questionable decisions. But unfortunately, one, the Islanders don't take a ton of penalties. It's not like they're the most penalized team in the league. They're towards the bottom, if not the bottom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the special teams was the big story at the start of this game, because the Islanders had 2 power play opportunities where they did nothing, but on their first penalty kill opportunity, they also score. So an offer in the first period for the special teams.
Yeah, you can't go 0% in 3 special teams. That's like 3 special team appearances. This is why they are where they are, right?
Exactly. And sorry to jump you, but it was essentially 2 back-to-back power play opportunities. Chatfield had a hooking on Nelson at 6:21, and then Jack Drury tripped Kyle Palmieri at 9:15. That's less than 3 minutes apart. So it was like 40-something seconds of 5-on-5, and then right back to the power play. And, unfortunately, Mayfield goes off for interference, and then right in the back of the net.
This team really needs to sort themselves out, like specifically on this power play. I'm fine if your penalty kill isn't that great. Okay, fine. How bad it is it obviously needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
But I'd rather fix the power play, just because they don't get enough scoring, and you're given a clear advantage to do so. Please do so. I get if the penalty kill isn't great, you're being penalized for it. You're put at a significant disadvantage. Like face-off starts in your zone. They have 1 extra skater, right? Like, so many disadvantages for you, but you have to use that when it's your turn. My God, I can't speak. And they're not doing that at all. And that's really a shame.
66.7% worst in the league on the kill. They have dropped from 31 to 32. So 31st power play, 32nd worst penalty kill in the NHL.
They're only killing one out of every 3, and that's just not enough.
It's horrible. We said you got to be like 80% is the number that we would like to see them at, which 80% is 16th. Like, again, that's all we're asking. League average. If you're better than that, fantastic. But if this team was just middle of the pack, as we know, that would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Mitch, second period, things start to go a lot better for this team. JG Pajot scores his 6th of the year. beautiful little breakaway or rush opportunity with Maxim Siplikov and Noah Dobson as well on this play.
Yeah, like Maxim Siplikov just doing the goddamn thing. And then the pass by Noah Dobson. Holy hell. And this, like, Pierre Engvall has to watch this play and be like, Patrick Roy's got to go, this is what I'm goddamn talking about. Watch him. He goes towards the net.
Do that.
That's all you need to do, Pierre. That's all you need to do, bud. Frig, with his speed, it should be easy.
It should be that easy. That's the thing.
How did we get from a Jean-Gabriel Pajot goal to this is all about Engvall?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, apparently Patrick Roy is not the only one throwing Pierre Engvall under the bus here. Mitch is going to get in on the fun as well.
Must be a French-Canadian thing. We just hate Pierre Engvall as a collective.
I guess. Unfortunately, Mitch, this would frustrate me because Anders Lee goes off for a phantom high stick. The stick never went up. Now, if it was maybe an elbow, but even like Thomas Hickey and Butch Goring were like, I don't know if there's a lot there on it. It was a really nice sell job from forgive me, I forget who it was Nietzsche.
No. Yeah.
Nietzsche with a really nice sell job, creates the opportunity. And of course, Svechnikov for the second time on the power play gets one in the back of the net. He's in front of the net and no one can clear him out, is there for a rebound. Boop, puts it right in the back of the net. Another
lucky bounce. Honest to God, another lucky bounce. But, you know, right spot, right time, it happens. And you throw the puck towards the net, good things happen. It's just a lucky bounce is all it is.
It was just frustrating that they were put on the PK and that's
yes.
Like, I want to kill the penalty because obviously like this team's penalty kill is horrible and the numbers needs to go up, right? But I was mad because like the Islanders didn't even deserve to let up the power play goal there because they shouldn't have been on the penalty kill to begin with.
Yeah, we're not good enough to catch phantom penalties. We're just not. And yeah, if you want to call him for elbowing, weak, but I see it. The elbow did hit him in the face. Okay, fine. Was it Anders Lee just turning around? Absolutely. So I don't see how they even called that high sticking. The stick was on the ice, or at least pointed towards the ice. You're like, this is literally not even it.
No, it didn't come up above his hip.
No.
So it was clearly not a high stick.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just call that a double minor and review it, but whatever. I guess you can't do everything like that. It was so easy. It's so easily not a penalty, but more on that later.
Yeah, more of that exactly, as you would say. But just shortly after that, 40-something seconds, not going to try to do the math on it, doesn't matter. But Oliver Wahlstrom scores a beautiful goal. How about that?
Yeah, man. I saw someone in our Discord, PS, sign up to patreon.com/uptheturnpike to get in on our Discord channel, talking about like probably the slowest snipe that had ever been taken. And there's something to it. There's not a lot of mustard on it. You would not have eaten this Haas dog, Matt O'Leary. But I found that who was in net? It was Nedeljkovic. No, Nedeljkovic is in Pittsburgh. Who the heck is the goalie in Carolina now? Why he was just here? He was just playing. How do I forget this? Kochetkov. There it is. Doesn't really. I don't think he's square to the shot and doesn't seem to do much about it. Doesn't go down in the butterfly. He just kind of like, eh. But this is what Oliver Wahlstrom needed. He needed that, and you saw him throughout the rest of it. He was motivated, absolutely motivated.
He played well. He had another great opportunity in the second period. I thought he was going to get a second goal of the game.
Yeah, thank you, State. Thank you. You're a little late there, or the update was a little late here. But I appreciate you getting our back here. But he needed it, right? Like desperately.
For sure. He absolutely did. Only his second of the year, unassisted. Again, was it maybe a shot that should have been saved? Yeah, we can make that case, but Islanders don't usually catch those kinds of breaks, nor does Oliver Wahlstrom usually catch those breaks. So that in and of itself is a win.
And it's still a luck-based game. Sometimes you just got to be lucky, and Oliver Wahlstrom got lucky on that shot. And you need that. You got to build off of that now. What can you do with it? So hopefully Patty says something positive about him afterwards. I would imagine he does because he finally saw the shot-ish. And then if he can just kind of keep pushing the positive and pushing him in the right direction, maybe we see more out of him. Maybe.
I hope. I'm not gonna, hold my breath over it, but
No.
I hope that's the case. Someone who's been playing out of his gourd the last couple games, Maxim Siplikov gets on the score sheet with a goal finally. He has scored in the last game as well, so that's back-to-back games with a goal, and just steps in, follows his rebound, scores, goes to the net.
I don't want to say it. But yes, there's a reason we're talking about that, and it's related to a specific player that we won't name. But everyone knows who we're talking about. But yeah, he follows the puck. He finds some soft space and he goes towards the net. Friggin' simple.
You would think. That's something that you hear all the time in like basketball too. Follow your shot, and like this is why, because they, rebound opportunity, get it, put it right back in. Siplikov scores his 5th of the year. Unfortunately, he got an assist taken away from him in this game, so it could have been a 3-point night. Yeah, but a 2-point night instead for our guy.
Yeah, still behind Matvei Michkov in the Calder race. Michkov had 2 goals today, I think it was.
Yeah,
I don't know if he had an assist as well, but Michkov's got like 24 points in 25 games. So
you mentioned the Discord. I was poking some fun in there, saying that's Calder winner Maxim Siplikov. Our preseason discourse, but great play by him. Islanders up 3-2, and they would add one more and talk about guys who need it.
Oh my God!
Bo Horvat ends a 14-game goal drought. Look at this play from JG Pajot to Bo Horvat here.
Just the back and forth between them is fantastic, and then holds on to it and just waits. And watch how he drifts, not because the line that Bo Horvat is taking towards the goal, at the point that he receives the pass, if he kept going straight, he'd be too far back. So he kind of peels off a bit. Watch him peel off right here.
Boom.
Right? And that's it. That's when he's got it open and waiting for it. Let's go. I hope more to come.
I think that unlocks him because he's been playing well outside of outside of his play with the puck, because he was snake bitten for so long. So it's good to see him break the drought. Hopefully this sparks him a little bit and he starts to score some more, because the Islanders need that from him. But that was a vintage play, sneaks off to the offside one-timer, essentially. That's what the Islanders need from Bo Horvat.
And like we mentioned it before, not specifically related to Bo Horvat, but specifically related to the New York Islanders and how they don't play with any pace. There's no like attack in their game. And by that, I don't mean like attacking in the sense of going towards the other opposition, but when they receive the puck, when they have it, there's no like attack mentality in terms of there's no speed, there's no poise, there's no purpose in terms of what they're doing. But Bo Horvat really had that today, not only in terms of this goal here, but in the assist that he gets on the Maxim Siplikov goal just before it. His ability to attack the puck and attack that soft ice really puts defenders back. And you see that with other teams that we just didn't have. And we had that today specifically in Bo Horvat. And that's why he's got at least 2 points. Did he not get another one earlier? He doesn't. So it's 2 points out of Bo because of that game. And we need more of that every friggin' night.
With a 4-goal performance, 12 shots to Carolina's 2 in the second period. Is it hyperbolic for me to call that the best period the Islanders have played all season, or is that a fair description?
I think it's up there. I think you can add it. There is certainly something to say here, like Andre's pointing out that Carolina was atrocious in the second, and that gave the Islanders the game. There's something to that Carolina did not play well in the second period. I think that Kochetkov wasn't that great, but the Islanders certainly had something in that second period. But how nervous were you going into the third up 2 goals?
Shitting bricks.
Any other fan base is comfortable, and we are dying of stress.
No. Best period of the season, or one of your best periods of the season, into a third period meltdown was something that I think a lot of people could see coming. Now, if you look at the shot differential in that third period, Mitch,
oh my God,
19-2. Carolina came out absolutely freaking flying in the third period.
Yeah, but they were shooting from anywhere, as Carolina likes to do. So I don't think that they generated a lot. I haven't looked at the underlying numbers yet. I'll look at it now, but I would be surprised if it's really heavily in terms of the expected goals for them. They don't even get a 1 expected goal at 5-on-5, which most of the third period was, if not all of it. I don't think there was a
No.
penalty in the third. Well, there were 2
Yes, there
penalties.
was. We gotta talk about the penalty
Right,
because this
forgot
comes
about
before
those.
the goal, Mitch. Anders Lee and Kochetkov both called for interference. How is that interference on Anders Lee when Kochetkov comes out 15 feet out of his net to make a
Yeah.
play on the puck and Lee tries to avoid him?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a replay with this there. Kochetkov, 'cause I think it's important to look at it.
Yeah. Here we go. I have it.
You got it? Okay, good. You're better at it than I am. He comes way out. Watch how far he is. He's at the faceoff dot. What is Anders Lee supposed to do? This is a fair puck. It's a 50-50 battle. I know my dad always
to the left.
Yeah. My dad always taught me if the goalie comes out, he's fair game. And my dad is a goalie. Like, he knows if I'm coming out, right? And I am, yeah. If I'm coming out to play the puck, I am now a skater. I am no longer a goalie. And Anders Lee's not running on him like, was it Milan Lucic against Ryan Miller all those years ago?
Oh, good callback.
Right? This is not the same play by any way, shape, or form. Like, yeah, there's contact, but I'm still allowed to win the puck. I don't plow you over. I actually try to avoid you. And you're going to call me for interference? For what? I'm trying to win the goddamn puck. That's the point of the game.
I was going to say, it's not like he lowered his shoulder into him. He's actively trying to avoid him, but still trying to play the puck as well. So that's 2 against Anders Lee that are absolute nonsense today.
Yeah. There should have been no calls according to State of Survival. I kind of see that. You're right.
I agree. I think just let it play. I don't know why they had to blow the whistle.
Well, I guess the goalie no longer has his helmet. That's his own goddamn fault.
It was his fault, but
I think there's a rule where you have to whistle if the cage comes off.
Yeah.
Right. That's why, like, goalies, when the strap snaps, they like shake it off. I can't even get off.
You got it. Yep.
One of those things where they do that and give themselves whiplash
eventually goes
over 40. Yeah. So I think that's why they called it, but it was an absolutely absurd call. Totally agree, Andre. Totally absurd. Should not have happened. I'd love to see Patrick Roy or even Anders Lee comment on that afterwards, being like, I don't know what the hell they were smoking there. Of course, they won't say that because they would get fined.
No. Did you see, by the way, that the Islanders cut out Patrick Roy's comments on Pierre Engvall from the post-game press conference the other night?
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm really not. Like, it's PR, and it's just damage limitation. I don't think there's whatever. I'm not too bothered about it. Are you?
I think it's just funny how they control that. It seems like a very Lou thing.
I know Andre told me that too. It seems like a Lou thing, and like, he's not totally wrong. Like, Lou does micromanage, but I just feel like most NHL teams would do the same thing. Like, they're not gonna post that on their own channel, right? Like, we're talking about the New York Islanders releasing a New York Islanders video, and they took that out. That doesn't surprise me.
We got right as we're talking about it. We got the Patrick Roy quote on the interference call. Oh my God. All right. Hang on. Let me zoom in here because it's smaller text from Stefan. Have you ever seen a double interference call like that before? Patrick Roy, I wish you guys a good night. Gets up and proceeds to exit before sitting back down for more questions.
What? What game is he playing? That doesn't even make a whole lot of sense.
I wish you a good night, guys. Gets up.
I'm not like, I plead the fifth on, like, I guess pleading the fifth would make more sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to answer that because I'm going to get fined.
That's essentially what he did.
That's pretty funny, I guess. Friggin' Patty, always something. I love it. The racing. I think the ref just blew the whistle and like, I don't know. I think I have to do it.
Yeah, something's got to happen here.
Yeah,
unfortunately, the Islanders couldn't escape the third without giving up a goal. It would have been nice. I was hoping for Sorokin's case that he would have got out of that third period without giving up a goal because I thought he's playing well. But anyway, Kotkaniemi scores to make it a 4-3 game at the 19:11 mark. Lee loses his stick. A nice bounces right to him kind of thing. They move the puck around again. and eventually you'll see it bounce over to Kotkaniemi and in the back of the net.
Yeah, 2 lucky bounces. All their goals were off lucky bounces, which, again, it's a lucky game, and you're not going to get a lucky bounce if you don't take a shot.
Yeah, it's true. And like, I don't know, that stuff happens for good teams.
Well, exactly. Like Andre's bringing up here, Carolina is a high volume shooting team. He's absolutely right. And that's why they get their bounces. There's so many pucks going towards the net. They do such a good job of winning 50-50 battles and then translating that into shots that you're going to get lucky bounces, which happened today. They had 0.89 expected goals at 5-on-5 in the third period alone because they took 19 shots. Now that I don't think is a great trade, 19 shots for maybe 1 goal.
No.
But that's 19 shots that you took, and it's 19 shots they could not take. So kind of balances out, right?
It did. And it felt like the Islanders are kind of just hanging on at the end.
They were. And you're right. Sorokin was playing out of his mind in that third period. Obviously, he stopped 18 of 19 shots. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And he had a really huge save with the blocker. Excuse me. I forget who it was on.
Yeah, you're right. I forget. It wasn't Nietzsche's. Doesn't matter who it was. It may have been Svech. Doesn't matter. Full on 2-on-1, the stretch across. My groin exploded watching that.
It was Nietzsche's.
It was stupid Nietzsche's. That's what you get for leaving the NHL in points, you jerk. Out of nowhere, too. As if they were almost really. Sorry?
That's what you get for flopping on the Anders Lee high stick, allegedly.
That's wild. Consider they almost let him go. They almost didn't want to pay him last year.
They're going to have to give him a huge bump of pay very soon. He only signed, I think it was 6.5 for 2 years.
What a bargain. Leads the league in points, 6.5. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's almost double probably by the time that's done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then they win the game. They close it out, win 4-3. Amazing. That's so awesome.
Exactly. Islanders win 4-3, a win at home in the regular season over the Carolina Hurricanes. Hasn't happened since, I believe, 2018-19 season.
Wow. It doesn't. That's insane. That's what, 7 years? No, 6 years. I can do math. That's a long time for a team that we play within division, right? Like we play them 3 to 4 times every year. That's wild.
First New York Islanders home win in the regular season versus Carolina since 2018 was the stat.
That's crazy. My gosh. Insane. Well, 2 points on the board. And the other skaters coming back soon, right? Like Matthew Barzal, Anthony Duclair skating on their own, according to Lou, or at least the team.
Pelech was skating with the orange jersey yesterday.
Getting closer. That doesn't mean I'm holding out hope, everyone. No. I want to believe that when those 3 get back, we're going to be so much better. But I'm not holding on to that.
No.
It's just they haven't done enough.
They haven't. So let's play the ice time game. I want to see who you guess. Okay, here's my hint. Sorry, I did that kind of backwards. Who leads the way for forwards? And my hint to you is it's going to be someone unexpected.
It's going to be
one of your normal 2 guesses. No, not Maxim Stiplikov. But I like that guess based on the information that we had. It's actually Kyle Palmieri. 21-25.
21-25. I like that Vegeta's going like Simon Holmstrom, because that is not a name I would have gone with.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, here's an interesting question based off what we were just talking about. And really, I saw your other comments, but we'll get to that after the replay, or after we get through it. Who comes out when they come back? Like, looking at the lineup today.
Like the 2 guys that would come out, I would say Wahlstrom 1 and
Bashing. Maybe even McLean.
No, Matt Martin.
Oh, you're right. I forgot Matt Martin was playing.
Yeah, it's got to be, I would say, Matt Martin and Oliver Wahlstrom.
What about defense? I think that's going to be the tougher one. Who comes out? I guess it has to be Isaiah George.
Does it? They've been playing righties. It would be Chalowski.
Oh, right. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Jeremy had it. Jeremy had it right there. Fashing, Martin, Chalowski.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Isaiah George.
Yeah. Engvall gets waived again.
And that is highly likely, unfortunately. Least amount of ice time, Mitch. I think you're going to get this one.
Least amount of ice time for forwards is going to be Matt Martin.
8 minutes, 12 seconds.
Yeah. See, we had a lot of Matt and Martin, Fashing, Chalowski. Everyone was on it except for me. There you go. You guys need to do the pod, not me. I'll
Nailed
take
it.
down all my Islanders stuff here. I'm done.
Defense.
Leads the way, Noah Dobson.
No, he's third.
Whoa!
It was actually Alex Romanov, 2506.
He played such a good game.
He did that hip check. He almost sent
Yeah.
someone into the bench today.
Yeah, so close. It was so close. I wanted him to fall on the bench just for the highlights. That would have been amazing.
It would have been epic, but good day for Romanov.
Yeah. Oh, interesting point from Andre here on the who moves Engvall just to get the cap space. Right? Like that's $3 million off the books.
Yeah. They need to waive him. Yeah.
And yeah, he's not played well enough to
justify him sticking around.
Not wave Engvall fast enough. Yeah.
Right. Someone's still got to come out of the regular lineup because Engvall's not in the regular lineup right now.
True. That's true. But yeah, you got to move him off just to get the monies off the books. Least amount of ice time for defenseman is going to be Dennis Cholowski.
13:47 for Dennis Cholowski.
That's not a lot considering we had 2 power plays.
No, it wasn't. He didn't play a ton.
Yeah. Oof. Ridiculous. What did Sorokin finish with?
903 save percentage, 28 for 31.
That's wild. Okay. It's only allowed, well, I guess 3 goals, I guess. If he stops that one, which I argue he may have done a little bit better because when he goes to stop the Kotkaniemi try at the far corner, the glove is right along the pad, which is what you're supposed to do as a goalie. That's what you're supposed to do. But if he had gotten it up, he probably would have.
You think he would have grabbed it?
Yeah, but again, he did what you're supposed to do. Most of the time, you just try to block, between the pad or just above it. So it makes sense. I don't want to kill him for it.
Some other numbers here before we get into some final comments before we close. Shots on goal, 31-25. Islanders don't win the face-off battle, something they usually do. 55% to the Islanders, 44.8. Special teams, big difference. 2 for 3 on the power play for the Hurricanes. Isles 0 for 2. 8 penalty minutes to the Carolina Hurricanes 6. 25-17 hits. Isles blocked 1 million shots, 32-8. Giveaways 14-10. Takeaways 12-5. Carolina with more.
That's crazy. We blocked 32 shots. I'd love to see how many we blocked in the third alone. Right? Because it can't be in the second. They only had 2 shots on net, so I don't imagine they had a lot of the puck. Actually, I can find out.
Yeah, go ahead and look. I'm curious to see what it is. They had a lot through 2 periods, though. So,
I don't know if I can find out the number of blocks. I'd have to do like a bunch of math, which I'm not going to do here. It's just going to take too long. But I just want to see the Corsi 4 in those 2 periods. So Carolina in the second period, Corsi 4 of 20, 11, 25. So you definitely wasn't in the second period.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't necessarily helpful.
Sorry, I forgot what I was going to. I was looking for a number here and then I lost my place.
Sorry, not sorry. It was really impressive this win. I don't know if that's a shot at us being negative, but
yes, it is. Stuart Oppenheimer very upset with us after the last game.
I mean, we're not negative people. Our thing is being positive. We get crapped on for being too positive. And then when we go negative because they lose, we get crapped on for being negative. Figure your shit out, people. Be mad about this one thing. Be consistent. God damn it.
Yes.
Oh,
it was one of their worst efforts. I said it was a bad effort in their last game.
It was.
I thought so. It was a good win. Today was a very good win for the New York Islanders. I was happy with how they played this game. I was frustrated with the special teams, but I was happy with how the end result happened against the really damn good hockey team in Carolina.
Absolutely. Comments?
Yeah, let's go through.
All right, Jeremy. I love Horvat's positioning as a low man in his own zone to create the 2 goals he was a part of. He's struggling for goals, and he could be cheating to fly his zone, but he's playing the right way. That's true. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, I think, right?
Correct. I'm in agreement.
When are Barzal Duclair expected back? Well, they're skating, so it's going to be a little while. I think there's a comment later here saying that they're going to be back after the holidays. Where is that comment? I saw it. Whoever wrote it, I saw your comment about them being there as a state of survival. They will be back after the Xmas break. But that's just them stating something. We have no actual time frame for that, but that's probably when.
Probably a fair guess.
Yeah. If the Isles are 500 when they do, I'd say playoffs is still realistic with the parity in the East. I hope he's back for the Leafs game, going to the game. That'd be a good one to watch with everyone back. Plus, Barzal usually does well against the Leafs, doesn't he?
He does play well against Toronto. That is next Tuesday, if memory serves correct. So that feels like it'd be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, probably not. Definitely not tomorrow when I'm at the game, so that's fine. Any thoughts on what you've seen from Alex Jeffries? Could he be a call-up?
You don't think so, right?
Not yet. He's just finally cooking again. I think he's on a 4-game point streak. I know he was the last time I checked. I just want to make sure that I've got my numbers right here. 4-game point streak, has 6 points in those 4 games, back-to-back multi-point nights for him. So definitely something to look forward to. But he just went 6 games without a point. So he's finally cooking again. Let's see how long he can cook. But with players coming back, he's not going to get called up anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no need. Tsipikov, greatest Russian ever? Duh.
Yes, I think so.
Rick Rock, Isles playing better than a very good Hurricanes team. Happy for Sippy, Wally, and Bo. How can you not be, right?
Everyone who scored a goal could use it. And how could you not feel happy? The emotion of Bo Horvat running to the bench for the goal line was awesome.
That's just give him the C right after that. Right there. Just rip it off Lee, although he's done well. There's no shot at Lee. Awesome. It's just like, that's captain shit right there. Official, Pajot better than McDavid. Confirmed.
I haven't been able to see anything to tell me otherwise.
Yeah, 3 first-round picks per year of Pajot's contract. Isles didn't give up a 5-on-5 goal. Lou should be doing some headhunting to find some guys to coach the special teams. Barzal and Duclair help the power play. Pelech helps the PK, but still.
Yeah, the penalty kill is a joke. 32 in the league, 66.7%. They need to get that going in the right direction fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Then it's too anxious for a regular season game. Absolutely. I think that's going to be like the rest of the way. Eh?
I was going to say the third period, especially when they pulled the goalie and they pulled it him early because they were down by 2 goals. I felt myself sitting on the edge of my seat. I got to calm down a little bit here. I'm a little too amped up for this game.
Yeah. Bill is telling me to try 55 because I'm 40 and I'm falling apart.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's scroll down ahead here. I'm glad Wally got a goal and Horvat, but they were a bit snake bitten at the moment. So yeah, for sure. Glad they got that out of them.
Agree.
The past few games have been the best Wallstrom's played all season. Don't know where the new confidence came from, but as a Wallstrom apologist, I welcome it. What do you think? Has this been like his best flurry of games?
He was definitely most noticeable, and not just because of the goal. I think his play was good today outside of just that goal. I don't know. I haven't noticed him a ton before that today.
Yeah. Then related for recaps is saying, I love the videos. The only recommendation is that we click on the video at the top right to show the goals. I think with that is that we don't want to run into an anti-monetization. We don't want to get strikes against the
copyright.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we can run full highlights like that. I don't think, but
Gary Bettman would be on our ass.
Yeah, I would love to be told otherwise, but we're just trying not to get any strikes on the channel because that would not be fun.
No.
Guys, now that Trouba's gone and the Ranger signed Shesterkin, any comments on our crosstown rivals?
I am shocked that another GM bailed out Chris Drury.
Again, I get he was a former first rounder, but like that'd be effectively us sending Oliver Wahlstrom and a 4th for a cap dump, an $8 million cap dump, because we can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't, but we can.
No.
And that would, I think all of us would lose our collective minds if we saw that happen.
I would.
Quinn Finley has been terrific for Wisconsin, scoring like crazy. That's absolutely true. He has been on fire all year. So keep your eye on Wisconsin. Zach Scholes just put up a point. Thomas Mahu scored his first goal for the NCAA as well, or at the NCAA level. So keep your eye on him. Lots of good Islander prospects playing at the NCAA level. If you're not watching, let me know. I'll tell you who to watch per team. It's lots of good players there.
There are a ton. By the way, before you go to the next couple comments here,
Yeah.
Wanted to pull up where I was telling you about the Horvat goal and his reaction going to the bench. But how about Anders Lee's reaction as the captain on the bench? Oops, wrong tab. My bad. Sorry, you're all big.
Blew up my face. Yeah, he
He's
knows.
pumped. Everybody's pumped for Bo Horvat to finally get the monkey off his back. I can't make this any bigger for some reason.
No, it's only the text is gonna go up. The picture's gonna stay the same. Yeah, just good for him. Good for the team. It feels good. Jeremy saying good night. Thank you for the show. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Just two more here. So Rangers are too quick to judge.
I think they had to do something.
They had to do something, but like, I don't know. I hope it keeps imploding. They obviously won against Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh sucks. And I don't think the Rangers played that well in that game. I want to see the implosion more. And then apparently Orbican's Ducks fan friend doesn't seem too bothered by the trade. And I guess why not, right? Like, it's just you get something, although I don't know what the Ducks are doing.
No, I don't know what the plan is.
Yeah. Sorry. One last one. This is a good one here. Guys, I noticed that Dobson plays much better when he doesn't lead D-man in ice time, manage his ice time. I've long not held the belief, but understood that there is a less is more kind of strategy with certain players. I know my one friend who's a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins feels the same with Evgeny Malkin. Not the less you play him, but if you don't play him 20 minutes a night, you're going to get the best of Evgeny Malkin you can get. And it seems that we might have that with Noah Dobson. 20 to 22 minutes a night. You're not playing him 25. You get the best version of Dobber. What do you think?
I hard agree with that.
Love it.
I mean, Noah Dobson playing, I think you gave the number perfectly, 20 to 22. When he's getting into like the 24 plus minutes, I think that's when it starts to get a little iffy.
And it gets in his head and he's too tired. He just can't do the right thing.
Yep. Agree.
So yeah, that's that. Anything else, buddy?
I think that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for another post-game show. I'm Matt O'Leary. He's Mitch Andersson, and we'll catch you next time.